Countries.
Hello dear friends, and welcome to this new episode in which we are going to learn new vocabulary as well as some useful grammatical sentences. Stay tuned.
Places around the world. Olivia asked different people around the world, "What are you going to do in your holiday?"
First of all, I spoke to Zahra, 14, from France. She was very excited. She told me that her family were going to see their relatives in Damascus, in Syria, for the summer holidays. She said that she wanted to visit Tal Shihab waterfalls and see the water mills. I then interviewed Vishak. He's 13 and he lives in Mumbai, in India, one of the biggest cities in the world. He told me that he wasn't going to have a holiday abroad because his relatives from England were going to visit them. He said he was looking forward to seeing his cousins. Next, I spoke to Emily, 14, from Melbourne in Australia. She told me that Australians loved the beach, but she said that this summer her family weren't going to have a seaside holiday. They were going to the mountains. Finally, I talked to Muhammad. He's 14 and lives with his family in Raqqa, Syria. Muhammad told me that beach holidays were very popular with Syrians. He said they were going to Latakia Beach. He said they were going to Latakia Beach and that he was going to do a lot of relaxation.
We noticed that in the previous text we had some sentences in the reported speech. We are going to read some of them and try to write the direct speech of the same reported sentences. 1. She told me that her family were going to see their relatives in Damascus. My family are going to see our relatives in Damascus. 2. He told me that he wasn't going to have a holiday abroad. I'm not going to have a holiday abroad. 3. She told me that Australians loved the beach. Australians love the beach. We noticed that in sentences number 1 and 2, the speakers were reporting a future action using going to.
Reported speech. Reporting questions.
As we have seen that we can report any speaker's speech and say what he or she said, we can as well report their speech in case it was in the question form. But we have rules in applying this, so let's start. See the following question. Direct speech. Where do you live? How can we make the reported speech here? In fact, it's not so different from reported statements. The tense changes are the same, and we keep the question word. The very important thing, though, is that once we tell the question to someone else, it isn't a question anymore. So, we need to change the grammar to a normal positive sentence. Direct speech. Where is Julie? Reported speech.
She asked me where Julie was.
The direct question is the present simple of be. We make the question form of the present simple of be by inverting, changing the position of, the subject and verb. So, we need to change them back before putting the verb into the past simple. Here are some more examples.
Where is the post office, please? He asked me where the post office was. What are you doing? He asked me what I was doing. Who was that fantastic man? He asked me who that fantastic man had been. So much for WH questions. But what if we need to report a yes-no question? We don't have any question words to help us. Instead, we use if. No problem. Here are a few more examples.
Direct question. Reported question. Do you love me? He asked me if I loved him. Have you ever been to Mexico? She asked me if I had ever been to Mexico. Are you living here? He asked me if I was living here.
Let's try, dear friends, doing this exercise related to the reported speech from our second book.
1. I live in Damascus with my family.
He said that he lived in Damascus with his family.
2. I come from Canada, but my parents are Chinese.
She said that he came from Canada and his parents were Chinese.
3. The geography exam is not going to be difficult.
Our teacher said that the geography exam wasn't going to be difficult.
4. I'm learning Spanish for my next trip to Spain.
He said that he was learning Spanish for his next trip to Spain.
Now, it is time to see how we can report dialogues and conversations between people. Let's start.
Alia, I really like your new camera, Tariq. Tariq, you can borrow it anytime. 1. Alia told Tariq that she really liked his new camera. 2. Tariq said that she could borrow it anytime. Mrs. Abla, your story is very good, Majida. Majida, I love writing, Mrs. Abla. 3. Mrs. Abla told Majida that her story was very good. 4. Majida said that she loves Mrs. Abla's writing. Ibrahim, I'm going to the library after school. Hamid, I'm going too, Ibrahim. 5. Ibrahim said that he was going to the library after school. 6. Hamid told Ibrahim that he was going there too. Muna's mother, I'm making your favorite cake, Muna. Muna, and I'm making you a cup of tea, Mom. 7. Muna's mother told her that she was making her favorite cake. 8. Muna said that she was making her mother a cup of tea.
By this, we come to the end of this lesson for today, dear friends. We hope that everything was clear. See you next time. Take care.